The year is 2011. Derrick Rose is both a cultural and basketball phenomenon. The Chicago native turned Windy City assassin has brought championship caliber basketball back to Chi-Town for the first time since Michael Jordan left town. The young superstar already has a myriad of accomplishments under his belt. 3 All-Star selections, an All-NBA first-team selection, Rookie of the Year, and most importantly, in 2011, he becomes the youngest MVP in league history. Derrick Rose and his Chicago Bulls are just 1 year removed from a playoff run that saw them go all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals in a losing effort against LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh from the Miami Heat. It's the 2012 NBA playoffs, Game 1, Round 1. The Bulls are up by 12 points with only a minute and 22 seconds remaining. Derrick Rose has torn his ACL, and it is one of the most franchise-altering, if not league-altering, injuries of all time. Over the next several seasons, D-Rose is frequently in and out of the lineup with injuries, but the Bulls still managed to post some successful seasons behind heart and soul big man Joakim Noah. Noah is a 2-time All-Star and a Defensive Player of the Year. He serves as the emotional leader of the Bulls and has an incredible talent at getting under people's skin. In addition to Noah, the team is host to an emerging star in Jimmy Butler. Butler is a swingman out of Marquette who is a physical two-way player with a non-stop work ethic and dedication to the grind. Over this transitional period, the Bulls still managed to make the playoffs annually, even managing to win the occasional first-round series. A changing of the guard is in order, however, as injuries plague the once famed duo of Rose and Noah, and Jimmy Butler has emerged as a franchise player. After the 2015-16 season, Derrick Rose is traded to the New York Knicks, and Noah leaves in free agency, also to the Knicks. Shortly thereafter, the Bulls also move on from head coach Tom Thibodeau and hire college coach extraordinaire Fred Hoiberg. It's Jimmy's team now. Well, that's what you'd think. Jimmy Butler and Fred Hoiberg aren't exactly seeing eye to eye, and after getting bounced in the first round as the 8th seed in the 2016-17 playoffs, the Bulls front office of Gar Forman and John Paxson take the side of Fred Hoiberg and move on from Jimmy Butler. Bulls fans, this is probably a fair time to leave this video and go watch The Last Dance for the 18th time because it's not pretty from here on out. The only notable things to happen in the 2017-18 campaign are Finnish rookie Lauri Markkanen becoming the fastest player to hit 100 threes in just 41 games, and Bobby Portis socking Nikola Mirotic right out of Chicago. Jesus Christ, what a mess. And the very next season, after dismantling the entirety of Chicago's core in favor of coach Fred Hoiberg, the Bulls fire head coach Fred Hoiberg. And I hope you brought your time punch card because it's Jim Boylan season. Bulls fans, again, you can view The Last Dance on the ESPN app in the US, and you don't have to continue with this video. It's gonna hurt. Jim Boylan, to put it gracefully, is a disaster. He's not happy with how young star Zach LaVine is fitting into his system, and basically tells LaVine to knock it off with all that darn scoring. LaVine isn't having it because scoring's kind of his thing. The Bulls players take it all the way to the Players Association with concerns over extra push-ups and sprints. Guys, this is really unbelievable. Over this time, we see frequent frustration from Zach LaVine, serious struggles with consistency and development from Lauri Markkanen, and approximately no good basketball. After 2 seasons, or a season and a half that felt like 14 years, the Bulls mercifully relieve Boylan of his duties. So, where do the Bulls stand right now? Well, in what is certainly good news to any dedicated Bulls fan, the front office has been restructured, with Gar Pax being reassigned, and Arturas Karnišović being named the Executive Vice President of Basketball Operations. So perhaps this restructuring the front office can lead to some sustainable development in the immediate future. As far as the actual roster goes, a lot of the potential of this team has to do with how you feel about Zach LaVine. Borderline all-star, Zach LaVine is a high-level scoring threat, not only as an ultra-athletic dunker, but also as a jump shooter. There's a large amount of variance on how fans feel about LaVine, ranging from people who believe he's an elite scorer and a franchise-caliber player, to people who think he could contribute to a winning team as a second option, all the way to people who think he's actually detrimental to team success. The rest of the team is almost entirely constructed of older players taken on for financial reasons, and young players, who, well, none of them seem to be guys to move the needle by themselves, could prove to be long-term assets or trade chips. Lauri Markkanen is an up-and-down case. He struggles with consistency, but his upside is impressive, and it's far too early to be writing him off. Young Wendell Carter Jr. is another impressive young big who is steadily developing as a potential double-double machine. Kobe White was just named to the all-rookie second team this season and has shown some promise as a future potential starting point guard in the NBA. Chris Dunn impresses as a passer and as a defender. While not a starter for most teams, he can be a solid contributor. Ryan Arcidiacono is also pretty cute, so that's a plus. So for now, the Bulls reside in the bottom tier of the NBA, but with some pieces to build around or trade away, they at least have some options. And hey, after all, even if Chicago isn't any good, Bulls fans will be rewarded for their dedication with at least a couple of bonkers Zach LaVine games every year. And hey, after all, you've got 6 chips, quit feeling sorry for yourself. I'm a Timberwolves fan. We had one conference final loss. That's it. So go watch The Last Dance and quit feeling sorry for yourself.